Good afternoon on day 10 of the Continental Divide Trail. I woke up this morning and my legs and feet actually felt good. I was surprised. I thought yesterday was actually 23.9 miles, so it's just a shade under 24. And I thought because that was my first 20-mile day and my longest day, I thought that my legs would probably bark a bit, and I get up this morning, walk 2 miles to the next water source, and then just hunker down for the day and wait until Sunday to actually walk into Silver City. But I got up and my legs felt great. I did do some preventative medication. I took some vitamin I, also known as ibuprofen, last night before going to bed. Even though it doesn't help with the muscle twitches for me, it actually helps with the inflammation, of course, and the pain. So I took that preemptively, and I'm hoping, or maybe it did help overnight with regard to making my legs feel, all right. I still debated whether or not to come into town today, and the reason why is, so there are 17 miles left, which is within my wheelhouse. I can do that even this early in the stage, and even keeping lower miles for the training stuff. The problem is that 13 of those 17 miles it's road walking, and I would say out of the 13 miles of road walking, 11 and a half of it I think is a solid asphalt walk. Like, you're walking right next to asphalt, or maybe getting the grass a little bit, but generally it's not conducive for walking with trail shoes for 13 miles on road. So I was concerned that if I did push it too much, that I would get just a few miles into the road walk, and then my legs would say all done. However, I did think if that happens, I can hitch into town, and then I could always hitch out and pick back up on the trail. So I made it all 17 miles. It went well. My feet and legs were definitely complaining a bit towards the end of the 17 miles. However, I made great time. I started this morning a little after 7 o'clock, just because I slept like a rock after yesterday's long hike, and then I got into town at just before. Well, I got to the hotel just before 2, but I got actually into town about 1:30. So I was able to pound out that 17 miles in about 6.5 hours. So that's a great sign. It means that my body's kind of adjusting to hiking every day, and so hopefully I'll be able to have my trail legs and my feet and all that kind of stuff settled, and like blisters and pains will kind of go away. You get the maroon shirt look, but I have not showered yet, because after I checked in, I went to go get something to eat, and was just doing some mileage stuff here to see when I needed to head out and all that kind of stuff. And I am planning on doing a 0 day in town to, again, let everything kind of settle. I still think I need to shake out some gear, especially my shoes, and I need to get some insoles, and there's a hike and bike shop in town, which is fantastic. So I will, I'll stop by there and see if they can help me out. If not, I'll need to order some stuff. So, I think trail-wise, that's a bit of the update. The section between Lordsburg and Silver City was a lot of elevation. I think I camped at 6,100 the first night, 7,200 or something like that the second night. It was above 7,000. And then last night I actually camped lower at 5,500, coming out of the hills a bit. And actually a lot of the road walking was up and down, and then a large down at the end. So I don't know what the elevation is here. I think it's 6 something, if I had to guess, like 6,200. But there was a lot of up and down, and I seem to be okay. My big toe is squawking a bit today, and I think that's just the fact that I walked on the road for 13 miles. But like my sesamoid and my ankle and calf and all that kind of stuff is feeling okay. And I just need to figure out the blisters. There's two spots that are still kind of popping up on me. The rest of them are kind of settling, and I just need to now do cleanup, either with sandpaper to make sure the calluses are solid and not causing blisters underneath them, and then I need to just basically make sure that, again, maybe check out some insoles to make sure my shoes give me enough support for the miles ahead. So things are going well, a lot better than a week ago or a few days ago when I got into Lawrenceburg. There were periods yesterday and today where I could feel my trail legs, and I got into that pace or that groove of, okay, I'm hiking a trail, and my body was kind of in sync with my legs, and I could kind of turn off my brain of like where I need to place my feet. And I was able to actually just hike and put some solid miles down. Like yesterday, there were two different 2-hour sections where I was able to put 5 miles down in within 2 hours, which is, good. Having that 2.5 to 3 mile, sorry, the camera's falling. Having that 2.5 to 3 mile average per hour is where you kind of want to get to when you're hiking a trail like this. The 2 to 2.5 is kind of good to start out with, but 2.5 to 3, knowing that you can do that and put some serious miles if you need to, that's the best. So I'm going to go ahead and eat some food and get a shower and do some laundry for the first time, so my clothes will smell a little bit nicer, and I'll start posting some other videos. And just as a heads up, so I'm about to do like 2.5 days to the next resupply, but that resupply is just an outpost. It's a store. It's not a hotel or anything. And then after that, I think it's like 5 or 6 days to the next town. And I'll get to go through the Gila alternative is what it's known as, and I'll go near the Gila cliff dwellings, one of the national park units. And so I think I put in an extra day in my schedule just to make sure I was able to go over and visit that park, because I want to see the cliff dwellings. So it's like I'll get these videos uploaded, the ones from Lawrenceburg to Silver City, but there's only a few of them, and there are not enough of the videos between Lawrenceburg and Silver City to gap the days between. I think the next city I get to after this one is Pie Town. So there are probably going to be a couple days gap between videos. So if you're hanging with me so far, thank you very much. You'll get a few more videos over the next couple days, and then there may be a day or two gap, and then I'll get those videos posted from going through the Gila alternative and the park unit, and getting to the next town. So I think for right now, I'll say have a good evening, and again, thanks for all the support. Today, I think the shout out I'll give is actually not to a person, but to a concept that I think many of us struggle with. I know I struggled with it for years and years, and I still do to this day, but it's patience. During that road walk today, I just wanted to pound and like put in some miles, like 3 miles per hour. And I just wanted to get that road walk finished. And I was hiking with another hiker, his trail name's unknown. And, he was helpful. Like we were having a conversation back and forth, which was great. And I think he and I were on the same page on a lot of stuff. And that always makes the conversation and the miles go quicker. But we were, I want to say, 5-ish miles outside of town, and he said, hey, here's a tree, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna take a break. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna keep on going. And I would say 3 miles later, I realized, like, hey, I probably should have taken a break. Like, this is a road walk, you need to give your feet some time to just chill, and I didn't do that. And so by the time I got to town, my feet, both of them were like, there weren't new blisters or anything, but both of them were barking like, hey, we're tired, we want this pack off our back even though it's light, and we want to just sit down and do nothing. So shout out to patience and just making sure that you're listening to your body, soul, minds, whatever your needs are, and allowing yourself the grace to have patience, not just with others but with ourselves. So thank you very much. Again, have a nice evening, and the next time I take a video, I will have showered and done laundry and all that fun stuff, so I won't look so grubby. I think that's it. Talk to you folks later.